Our family's been farming here since 1802. I'm the 7th generation.
The farm was started here in Wheatland in 1812 by Thomas Stokey.
Our company is about 37 years old. It was founded by my father, Rick, and my uncle, Mike.
Since 1869, we're the oldest cider mill in Rochester.
Our family's been here since the mid-1800s. I guess I started working on the cider press when I was 7 years old.
I'm the 8th generation on the Colby farm.
My grandfather settled in Rush in 1917.
The Robs bought the farm in 1912.
In the early 1900s, Walter Wegman, which is Danny's great-grandfather, was peddling fruits and vegetables to area merchants here in Rochester.
Well, the original flour mill was built in 1810 by a fellow by the name of Samuel Church.
Monroe County has a long history of agriculture. For generations, farmers have been the stewards of our land. Today, Monroe County is home to more than 600 farms and over 100,000 acres of farmland. More than a quarter of the land is dedicated to agriculture. No matter where you live, you depend on agriculture for the food you eat, the clothes you wear, and many of the materials you use every day. Our local farms continue to be a vital part of our economy and quality of life.
The same day it's picked is the same day that it's out here for sale. Every dollar you spend with us goes back into the community.
Since 2005, we've been making our wine. This lake is so deep, it's great protection from this microclimate that's created.
To a certain extent, it's almost more of an art than a science.
A lot of the different sweet corns we grow in this region have a flavor that's distinct. I like to believe that it has something to do with our climate and our soil type. My brother and I and two sisters wanted to go to Catholic high school, and my dad was not a full-time farmer, but he said he would help us earn our tuition money by selling vegetables alongside the road. Most of our products come from within about a 20-mile radius of the Rochester area.
Approximately 25 to 30% of the land in Monroe County's farm.
People are so far removed from the farm. Everything that we grow here we try to market through our farm stand.
How it works is, the produce manager informs the grower every day of what their needs are. It's actually delivered direct to the store. We have about 20 growers in total that we partner with here in Monroe County.
One of the advantages of buying local, besides getting a fresh product and reducing the carbon footprint that's associated with getting that product to market, is that consumers can actually interact with growers and sellers, and that has a real direct impact, not just in the sense of the economics, but also in the sense of community. Today, agriculture remains an essential part of life in Monroe County. The county is committed to fostering awareness and appreciation of how agriculture adds to the well-being of everyone who lives here.
First of all, the trucks come in, they'll pull up on a scale. We weigh the trucks, we'll pull a sample from the truck, and if it passes the test, then we'll unload that truck. It'll go into our storage. It'll be stored there until we move it over into our clean wheat storage. We'll put it through a cleaning house. There's multiple processes to get the wheat clean so that we can mill it into a food product. And then the miller will be drawing that wheat from the clean wheat storage into the mill. The first thing we do is we temper it. What that means is we add a little bit of water to it to get it to a certain percentage of moisture. Following that, then we go to our first break roll stand. And this wheat will go through quite a few roll stands. This is the process in which we start removing and separating different parts of that wheat kernel. We'll further process that through sifting and through more roll stands till we get the desired flour. We make a soft wheat flour. Soft wheat flour goes into products such as cakes, cookies, pastries, pie crusts, crackers.
Monroe County farm products generate nearly $120 million for our economy each year. Agriculture supports thousands of area jobs, many of them on farms and others in related occupations, from food processing to veterinary services.
I would say about 70% of our products is probably either processed or consumed in Monroe County.
And it's been very successful that we've partnered with these growers and that we're able to provide the freshest ingredient that's right around the corner here, grown in this area. We've been working with local growers, smaller growers that are in close proximity to where the stores are. We've had this direct store delivery relationship with our growers, in particular those who are clustered around each store.
Agritourism in Monroe County continues to thrive in a variety of ways, such as farmers markets, picking your own fruit, or a once-a-year visit to a Christmas tree farm.
There it is, it's off.
Oh, there we go.
Not real straight, but it's off.
These nostalgic moments have grown into theme park-like events. Haunted barns, petting zoos, corn mazes, horse-drawn wagon rides, games, and light shows add to the public's growing enthusiasm for celebrating the holidays. Area farms thrive in the ever-expanding business of agritainment.
What you're seeing here today is what we call our Fall Festival. We do about 12 or 14 different types of kids' activities on the weekends.
We started probably about 6-7 years ago, actually in the fall entertainment. And that would be basically bringing some animals in your store, maybe some wine tasting for the adults, some activities, rides. We think it's very, very important to keep it going, to keep people coming to your store. Christmas will kick off the day after Thanksgiving.
Modernized the farm, started buying more land, and now there's been a new change, some more diversity on the farm. I think the entertainment part of the farm is very important for us and for our customers, because anything that you can add on to that so they can come out and make a day with it, have fun, have the kids entertained, just gives us a little edge. There's nothing like the experience of walking through a field of Christmas trees. Artificial Christmas trees are really pushing for their growth, but they're not what Christmas is.
A visit to a local hydroponics farm shows some amazing advancements in agriculture. Hydroponics is the growing of plants without soil. Instead, plants thrive in a nutrient-rich water solution, housed in a controlled environment. The advantages of hydroponics are high-quality greens with outstanding taste that can be grown year-round. And yet, Monroe County loses up to 700 acres of farmland each year to development. Once developed, farmland is lost forever. Farms help preserve open space and environmental resources. Your support can have a meaningful impact on farmland preservation.
The less production here, the less growing here. We have seen many jobs leave Monroe County, but agriculture is, again, the invisible driver of economics here. It's silent.
It's a great way for the local community to help preserve farmland. The greatest farmland preservation tool is economic viability.
One of the reasons it's still here in the area is because we still have agriculture in this area. And in Monroe County, there's still some farmers that like to grow wheat in rotation with their soybeans and corn. It's very important, I believe, to the agricultural community, because we purchase 3.5 million bushels of wheat a year. Most of the wheat in New York State is grown in western New York. Most of it is grown within probably 50 or 70 mile radius of Churchville. In order for it to remain a rural community, we really need the farmland. If it's not farmland, it's going to be sold to developers.
It plays an integral role, not just in terms of economics, but for satisfaction, for the community's satisfaction, for its happiness. And one of the ways that people can be involved in making sure that that continues is to support local farmers markets and stands, as well as buying local produce at supermarkets.
Monroe County produces a lot of vegetables, plus nursery and greenhouse stock, grains, mostly corn, wheat, and oats, followed by dairy products and fruits. Buying local benefits everyone in several ways. Consumers who choose to buy local purchase fresh from the field products, grown by people they can get to know and trust. Our environment is strengthened because products do not need to be shipped hundreds or even thousands of miles, drastically reducing the product's carbon footprint. Our economy flourishes for every resident of Monroe County. Our money stays in our community. All of this is accomplished while supporting Monroe County farmers who offer highly desirable local products. Each purchase allows them to grow their business and preserve the farming heritage so many of us cherish.
It's important that we know where everything's coming from, if it's under our control from growing it or working with local vendors, that we have it. Because people have, I think, are asking those more questions. Where is this coming from?
We can control from the tree to the final product the quality of apples we use. We're not dependent upon a market and trying to source apples wherever we can for our product.
If the consumer were to look at the harvest schedules, you would know what is homegrown, local, right then and there.
It's why a lot of the consumers come to us, because they know our quality of the product from Monroe County is going to be a really good product.
The buzzword that everybody talks about is carbon footprint. You can see where it's being grown. You can talk to the farmer that's doing the growing.
I don't think there's anything better than a customer to see their neighbor that they're supporting. A grower that's local provides so many other attributes than just the cost of the products.
A lot of our customers actually make product for the large major chains. That wheat that was grown in this market was processed here in Churchville and is on the shelf in Rochester.
A crisp autumn day provides the perfect opportunity for an apple cider making demonstration at Monroe Community College. Students from the Hospitality Management Department learn how to make cider the old-fashioned way and provide a helping hand.
Well, they're trying to make a connection between the food that is grown within their local radius and the food that they put on the table. If you look at it historically, it's really the way it has been for a very long time, and really the way it should be. And this is one of the biggest apple growing areas in the country, in the world. Probably the establishment of a relationship with farmers. I know there are several people in the area that I deal with all the time because I know that they have things that I like and that I use.
Well, the one program that we've had the most interest currently from is the hospitality program for some of their culinary arts students to come over and at least see how we grow microgreens. We now have hydroponics and aeroponics that we're working with. That's a new addition to the department.
It's wintertime and well below freezing. It's time to prune apple trees here in Hilton. Properly pruned trees will yield high-quality fruit much earlier and significantly longer. Within a few months, the orchards are buzzing with excitement, while local gardeners and vendors convene at an annual event.
Gardenscape is just a wonderful example of spring. Right before the spring starts, we bring a lot of flowers and character to the space, and it's put on by member companies. So there's a number of landscape industry companies up there. We like to just showcase what can be done, how creative garden spaces can become, and we transform it into just lush gardens for the next 4 days.